Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a quick furniture makeover video. At the end of this video, I will be giving a little tour of my booth space that is all set up for Christmas. I did bring this hutch down there, so you'll be able to see what my booth looks like for Christmas. Jam-packed for the season before Christmas is over. I know we have only like 2 weeks left really. So we're gonna get right into this video, and I grabbed this from an estate sale about a month or so ago. I actually grabbed another hutch from the same estate sale. It was the last day and I got really good deals on both of them, so I ended up grabbing them both. I only went for one, but I got two. So this piece I was torn on. It looks like it's real wood, but on the back side of it, I found an IKEA sticker. So this is actually a piece from IKEA. It is one piece, so I'm not sure what parts are real wood and which parts are not, if any of it's real wood. So that changed my plan of action for this one. So when I found the sticker after I got home, I changed courses on this one. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to tape off all of the glass because I am going to end up painting this piece. And if I can do a really good prep work, then afterwards it is pretty seamless. So I am marking which door is on the left and which door is on the right. And then for the hardware, I am going to take them off as well, and I'm going to wrap them up in painter's tape and mark where they go as well so that I don't lose or misplace, or it's just easier in the long run if I have everything labeled. Again, the prep work takes a while, but it makes your life a lot easier. So once I have everything taken off that I want to take off, and I gave this a really good cleaning as best as I could. I let it dry, and then because I am painting this, I am going to use a primer. So I'm using this Zinsser primer. I really like this primer, and I am doing the white primer. They also have a clear primer like a shellac, but I am using white because I decided that I'm going to paint this piece white. So because the wood or laminated wood was very knotty, and it showed all of the different knots in it, I was worried that if I didn't prime this with white primer, then I would have to do several more coats of white paint, and I did not have a lot left, so I was kind of using what I had. So I did one good coat of the primer, and here I am showing you the primer did leave some raised bumpy areas, so I'm going back over this entire piece and I'm going to give it a sanding with a fine grit sandpaper. This sandpaper is, I believe, 320 grit, so I am just going to be knocking off that raised bumpy area. Once I sand it down, I rub my hand on it to make sure it's nice and smooth. This will ensure that when I apply the paint to this, it'll be a smooth finish and it won't be bumpy. So I'm going to do that over the entire piece, and then I'm going to get ready and start painting. So I am painting, like I said, this entire piece white. I am going to be using, it is Bear chalk paint, and I believe the color is Farmhouse white. I get a quart size of it from Home Depot, and it is $20. Although I did see when I went to Home Depot a couple days ago that their quart size paint did go up to $24 or $25. So it's increased a little bit, but it's still a really good value for the amount of paint that you get. And I really like this paint. It goes on super nice. It dries nice. It distresses really well if you want to, but you don't have to if you don't want to. But I really like using this paint. So I am going to be giving this, I end up doing 2 coats of paint. I use a roller for as much of the surface as possible because it makes my life so much easier, and there's so many less brush strokes when I can use a roller. So I do probably about 90% of this hutch with the roller, and then everything else I'm going to be using just a regular brush to paint what I need to. So the top piece of the hutch, like the backside of it, behind the door, the glass doors, it was definitely, like fake, like MDF or something. And I thought that it definitely screamed, hey, this isn't real wood. So I really wanted to make this look a little bit more high end. So I took that backing off and I'm replacing it with this unfinished beadboard that I got from Home Depot. I actually used this in another hutch like a year ago and it totally transformed that piece. So I wanted to do the same thing for this one. So I uh, I sanded it down really well, and then I went back and forth on the stain, and I ended up settling on this English chestnut by Minwax. I really love how rich this stain is. So I'm going to apply one coat of the stain, and I'm going to let it sit for a good 24 hours before I do anything else with it. Um, I also really wanted to use this piece because I feel like it made the hutch more sturdy and it felt heavier. It was actually a relatively light hutch, but again, it was from IKEA, so I knew it wasn't, all wood once I saw that. So I thought that this would bring some weight to it and some sturdiness. I decided for this piece that I really wanted to give it a light distressing. I don't distress every piece that I do, but the more I was working on this piece, I thought it just like screamed, hey, distress me just a little bit. So that is what I did. I'm using my detail sander. It's a Milwaukee detail sander. I love this. I've used it in several videos. I will link it in the description. It's a really nice detail sander. So I'm just going to go around the edges and give it a light distressing where I think that it would naturally distress. I don't want it to be super, super distressed, but just a little something. And you can see the backing here. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I didn't paint it because I was going to be removing it. Once everything is done and it has dried for a couple days, I am sealing this up. So I'm going to be using the polyacrylic by Minwax. It is a water-based sealer. I love this sealer. And I'm using Ultra Flat, I believe it is. This paintbrush, I also love using it for polyacrylic for the top finishes on furniture. It's a very smooth brush. I got it from Lowe's, I believe. It was, like maybe like $6 or $7, but it's great. It's super soft. It applies the polyacrylic really well. So I do 2 coats on the entire hutch, and then for this part here, and then the shelves, um, I do an extra coat on them because I want to ensure that there won't be any scratching if people put anything on there. And then we are ready for the reveal coming up. Stay tuned for after this because I will show you my booth. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. I know it was a quick one. I haven't done a furniture makeover in a little while, so I hope you did enjoy it. I have been meaning to share this one. It just kept going on the back burner because I was just having too much fun with Christmas DIY projects. So I hope you like this little tour of my booth. Again, once the end of December is over, the wall that you see behind here will be gone. That vendor is moving, so I'm staying where I'm at. I'm not moving my spaces anymore like I had originally thought that I was going to. So I will be doing a refresh once Christmas is over, and once that wall is gone, I have another piece of furniture that I will be giving a makeover to before I bring it down. There's just so much to do in the next couple weeks, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a wonderful holiday with your family and your friends. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody, and I will see you all in my next video.